In this video, I'm going to show you how to create viral UGC product ads using nothing but AI. There's no creators, there's no cameras, and there's no team.
Into the skin. Inspired by in-clinic microneedling, it supports skin's renewal.
So that person you just saw wasn't real. That voice wasn't either. And yet, the ad still sells. I run Cure, a $50 million a year e-commerce brand. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I'd use AI to create UGC ads that convert. Let's get right into it. First, understand that relying on UGC ads coming from real creators charging $500 is costing you actual growth. Now, you're probably doing UGC like it's 2021 and you're burning money in 2025 because creators are charging $200 to $1,000 for a single UGC video. And that's before you spend hours with your team, then reviewing tasks, asking for reshoots, editing footage, and then doesn't convert. And that's the real problem. Most UGC looks native, but it's not built to convert. It's just another person holding a product, talking aimlessly with no hook, no tension, no structured CTA, and it's not a performance asset, and then it's a waste of a budget. That's where AI changes the game. With AI tools, you can now have full control. You can script every single word. You can be the director. You can nail the pacing, the tone, the facial expressions, the background. There's no more of these chasing freelancers, no more inconsistent quality. There's no more waiting a week or to test one creative. Now you can generate like 10 different variations in an afternoon. You can test 5 different hooks, 3 different angles, 2 different endings, all without hiring a single person. It's just so much faster and so much cheaper, and it outperforms. And in 2025, the brands that win aren't the ones that are spending more on creators. They're the ones that are systemizing their process in creative production and testing. They're using AI to scale. Because then once you have a winner with AI, you can transition to real UGC. But at least now you have a winning formula and you're not wasting your time and money working what the formula is. This isn't the future, this is the new standard. But before you start even building your ads, you need to understand like what actually works in your space. I find winning ad angles in under 3 minutes, and here's how. So before you write like a single headline or script or an ad, start with one thing, the research. Because in advertising, success leaves clues. You don't have to guess what might work. You can literally just spy on what is working right now. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So I use 3 tools in combination, and each one gives me a different lens as to what's winning in the market. And these are number 1, the TikTok Creative Center, number 2, Meta Ads Library, and 3, Calo Data. Together, they help me reverse engineer the real ads. They drive clicks, conversions, and at scale. So first, I start with the TikTok Creative Center. It's free. It shows me the top performing video ads in real time. And I filter it by the country so that I'm looking at data that's relevant in my target audience, the industry, say it's beauty, it's health, or urban wellness. Then the objective, because I always set these conversions. I want to know what's really driving purchases. Then I sort by likes, shares, or CTR, because high engagement usually means a strong message to market fit. Then I go through the top 10 to 20 or 30 videos, and I ask myself like, what's the first line or the hook that they're actually using? What is the problem that they are solving? Then what visual format is it? UGC, is it founder-led, or is it studio? It's a podcast. Then what's the call to action? So create a spreadsheet and add all these different parameters in there and start measuring different ads and scaling them based on these different parameters. I'm not just skimming through, I'm looking for these patterns, repeatable angles, repeated problems, and repeated promises. That's how you start to see what's working right now in the customer's mind. And then once you've created your own spreadsheet, you have your personal ads library that you can refer to. Then I head to the Meta Ads Library. This lets me see every live running Facebook and Instagram ad. So I'll search for competitor brand names or niche specific keywords like anti-aging serum or gut health supplement. So what I want to look at is like how many ads is the brand running and which ads have the most variations, because that's likely the winning angle they're trying to iterate on. How long has the ad been live for? It's been running for 30, 60, or even 90 days, and they're scaling it because that means it works. What's the first line of copy? What's the hook? What's the problem are they opening with? Because I want to learn like how are they framing the transformation? What is the big idea? This gives me a ton of inspiration again, which I add to my ads library document in terms of the hooks, the offers, the angles, and even positioning. I pull it straight from the brands that are already spending millions of dollars, and I learn from their mistakes. And then lastly, I want to validate it, analyze with Calo Data, because here's where I go deeper. I want to use Calo Data to validate what I've just found, because Calo Data actually tracks paid media spend across TikTok and Meta. So now you can see which brands are scaling the fastest, how much are they spending, which ads are getting pushed the hardest, and how often are they testing new creatives. I'll look up the brands I just saw in TikTok and Meta and check what were their top performing creatives during the spend spike, what type of ads correlate with growth, and are they running like 5-10 different variations of the winning concept or not? Are they scaling one hero SKU for focused angle, or they're scaling multiple SKUs? Then I look at the creatives that they're using and I bookmark them to potentially use them for my brand. And that's how I know the angle that I'm about to craft as an ad already has so much winning substance behind it, and I'm just gonna ride off the back of that wave. Then once you've identified the angle, you need to win viewers over in the first 3 seconds, the most important. And here's the formula that I use that no one really speaks about. Use this 3-step hook in your ads to stop scrolls every time. First one's a visual hook. Start with a bold visual that creates curiosity and sets clear context for what's coming. The second is text hook. Layer it with on-screen text that either calls out your audience or clearly highlights the problem you're solving. Number 3 is audio hook. Match your visuals with a punchier voiceover or soundbite that reinforces the message, often mirroring your text for impact.
Never in a million years did I ever think that I would try at-home macro needling, but today I'm trying the
So now you got the hook for your ad, let's turn it into a full script that actually sells. So most people stop at the hook, but the truth is the hook just gets attention. What drives sales is what comes next. And here's the framework that we use. It works like this. You have the hook, then you go to the problem, then you go to the discovery, then the experience, then the result, and then the CTA. And each step is mapped to the real buyer psychology, so the story flows, it builds emotion, and then the action becomes natural. And scripting isn't just about sounding perfect, it's about creating that clarity, the flow, and the emotional progression so your ad holds attention and actually converts. And the best part is that you can use this exact framework I'm giving you in any niche. Just swap it out with your product, the buyer's problem, and your CTA, and start testing instantly. And let's break it down as to why it actually works. The hook is obvious. Your job is to actually grab the attention in 1-3 seconds. So use a bold claim, surprising visual, and direct call out to make a memorable moment. And just know it doesn't need to explain, it just needs to open a curiosity loop and earn their attention. Second step is problem. So once you got their attention, create that connection. Describe the exact pain your customer is feeling clearly and emotionally. As an example, I was tired of products that promised glowing skin, but left my face red and irritated. Third part is discovery. You want to introduce the product naturally. Fourth part is experience. So now they're trying the product. What was the experience like? What are the sensory details? What are the first impressions? These all matter. And then number 5, the result. Like what changed after using the product? This is where the emotion peaks. It's the transformation the buyers are actually looking for. And then the CTA. You need to tell them exactly what to do next. Now they're sold emotionally. Give them a clear next step. And this is where you integrate your offer to combine urgency and clarity and relevance. Then once the script is locked, it's time to make your ads. And here's how I would do it with AI in minutes. So there's a tool I've been using lately that's changing the game for us. It's called Arc Ads AI. You literally paste your UGC script, pick an avatar, and it matches your audience, age, gender, tone, energy, and just hit generate. So you literally paste your UGC script, you pick an avatar that matches your audience, age, gender, tone, energy, and hit generate. And in seconds, you've got this fully produced ad that looks and sounds like a real person talking about your product. It's insane. And here's the key, right? The more aligned your avatar is with your buyer, the more authentic it feels. So if you're selling to women in their 40s, don't use a Gen Z avatar. And if your brand is like high trust and clinical, don't pick someone who's playful or casual. Pick maybe a doctor. Match the vibe, and it skyrockets its believability. And the result, you can produce dozens of ad variants. Different hooks, different angles, different avatars, different formats, faster than hiring a single creator. No back and forth, no waiting, no edits, no budget wasted or bad takes. So Arc Ads doesn't just give you or save you time, it gives you the creative leverage we're looking for. Now you're testing maybe 10 or 20 ideas in a week instead of 2 a month. And this is how modern brands are gonna scale in 2025. Not by spending more on content, but by creating a smarter, faster system at scale using AI. Add these editing tricks to your ads to make them outperform your competitors. Here's what the best performing ads are doing in the first 3 seconds. Like the first one's movement. They swipe, turn, zoom, or have some hand gestures straight away. Second is they have big bold text to guide the eye and get them locked in on the message they're trying to provide. Third is they use trending sounds to ride that algorithm wave. And last, they have fast 2 to 3 second cuts because every frame earns attention. So why does this work? Because it increases the value density. You're telling more of a story, but faster. When people stay locked in, your ROAS goes up. So even with AI-generated avatars, if your editing has speed, contrast, and energy, you still outperform expensive creative content every single time. So don't just make content, engineer attention. That's what you're trying to do. If you want to learn more, check out my other video on how my brand is making $4 million a month.